everybody, Mrs. Hales here, day 2 of our cityscape pictures. So today we're going to be finishing up. We're going to add color and we're going to put oil pastel colors in the smaller areas. So we're going to be drawing and coloring in smaller areas, and larger areas like a big building or the background, you might want to use watercolor paint for that. Now remember, the oil pastels will push away the watercolor paint because they're oily and waxy. So you don't have to worry about messing up your oil pastels. If you go over and over and over again your oil pastels with the watercolor brush, you will, they might smear. So try to work around your drawings and the small areas that you've colored in. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Supplies you're going to need today include oil pastels, watercolor paints, a watercolor brush, and a water cup. So the smaller details you might want to color in would be a clock tower, any trim around your windows or the windows themselves, your doors, any building ornamentation, your faces, roof shingles. You could, if you have started to give your building some texture, like a little bit of brick or stonework, you could color those in a little bit with oil pastel, and then you could paint the rest of your building. So, however you'd like to do it is fine. I do like the combination of the oil pastels with the watercolor paint. So, and I think it's easier to color in the smaller areas, and those areas really pop because the oil pastel color is so juicy and rich and saturated. So after you color, then you're going to paint. This particular picture of mine, I colored all of the buildings with oil pastels, and you can do that. It just takes a lot longer. And I'll show you my other picture where I use a little bit of oil pastel and mostly watercolor paint. And I just realized that both of my examples, it is nighttime. The background is either black or a really dark blue that I mixed with black. So you can make it daytime or nighttime in your cityscape. Think about your color choices. If you use really bright kind of primary colors or simple colors like pink, red, blue, yellow, and green, your work is going to feel, and maybe purple, your work is going to feel a little bit more cartoony. If you use things like gray and brown and dark blue and mustard, kind of more muted or natural colors, your work's going to feel a little bit more realistic and a little bit more serious. So if you've got a bunch of silly faces and a crazy airplane in the sky and some funky taxi cabs in the front, you might want to go with a more colorful color scheme. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you next time. Have fun adding color to your cityscapes.